Good morning! One of my favorite movies is the original Miracle on 34th Street. I was sifting through Netflix last night. We watched my favorite all-time movie, It's a Wonderful Life. I love that movie. And we were just sifting through and I thought, wow, look at all the different versions of Miracle on 34th Street there. I like the original. And one of the things that I love about that movie is when that little boy is sitting on Santa's lap and he looks up and he says, I want this very specific toy train. And the mother is in the background going, no, 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 no. Macy's doesn't have that. And Santa says, you got it, kid. And the mother is just ripping angry. She goes over to Santa. She says, what are you, crazy? Macy's is out of it. They don't have it. And Santa says, yeah, but you know what? Down at Gimbel's, they've got one. And she's shocked. She's saying, she goes over to the manager, who's also angry, and says, you know what? I can't believe that Macy's had the class to recommend a competitor for something that they didn't have. I'm going to bring more business to you as a result. And this, of course, sets off some big mini plot in the movie. Well, the point is here is that you're never going to be everything to everyone. But what you do want to be is their Google. What I mean by that is, let's suppose you don't sell labels and they call you up and they say, hey, we need to get a price on some labels. And you say, well, we don't do that. But here's a great source for you. Or maybe they even more closer to home and they say, we need this job tomorrow. And you can do the job, but you just can't do it in that amount of time. And you say, we can't do that, but here's somebody who can. Now that one's risky, right? You want to give business to someone who just stays in their corner, and that might take some thought and preparation ahead of time. But the point is that you're there to service the client. The brand, the positioning that you want to own is that of source, resource. That's really what you want. So when somebody calls and says, you know, I'm looking for a good book, you're always so good about that. Or I'm looking for a movie for date night with my spouse, then you do have anything to recommend. Now you are owning what you want to own, because that translates in business to, geez, you know what? We've got a problem. We've got a big thing, big challenge coming up in 2019. We just had a meeting and I don't know how to crack the code. Maybe you could sit in on the meeting, the next one, and tell us what you could do. That's what you want to own. And you get that through things like recommending someone else when you can't fit that need. It's a big deal to the client. And though you can't get into that, and of course, if you get enough requests for something, you might want to think about getting into that. But until then, make certain that you put the client first. You know, as difficult as it might be, you'll never go wrong doing the right thing. Have a great selling week, everyone. We'll talk to you next week.